Hello everyone, Dragon84 here and welcome back to another Luck Be a Landlord video. So, we are still on our win streak. 5 wins and well, let's see if we can keep this going because we are doing well. Some application just made some noise, I hope it didn't come off too strongly. Anyway, let's just... we're picking some things that are going to remove themselves here. I'm picking up an anchor over a monkey, I think. So these are some temporary symbols, right? Bubbles are good for the first few spins, as long as you find something good to replace them with at some point. Save doesn't really do a lot, it's just a one value symbol. Extra Destruction could be okay, but we don't have any symbols to spare, so if it triggers a few times, we can just be done. I'm actually going to pick the Hex of Hoarding. It's kind of... it can be a little bit dangerous, especially since on higher levels you're short on removals and on rerolls. But I really feel like we need to pick something here, and Hex of Hoarding could be good for us. Alright, luck pick means that the save would have actually been good for us. I mean, it's something I thought about, but the chance of finding specifically a luck pick aren't that great. So we have 3 duds, so I'm just gonna pick up the purple pepper. Blue pepper could be okay, but it doesn't scale well into the late game. It's pretty good early, but because we have the 3 dots, I think purple pepper is just pretty good. Right, we will be forced to pick up some symbols that we might not want, so that's something to keep in mind. So key is basically free here. We're gonna pick up a lockbox or a safe or whatever, probably at some point. Worst case, we could probably just remove it. But a crab actually gives us something to do. Also, if we find a diver at some point, it's going to eat the anchor, the pearl, and the crab. But the fact that crabs can just scale into the late game is pretty important. I'm not gonna pick up bad symbols here because we might be forced to pick up some bad symbols anyway, and you don't want too many of those. And we're making rent anyway, but we're definitely not ahead. We only saw commons here. That's kind of a letdown. So probably a rabbit fluff here, especially now that we have the Hex of Hoarding. We kind of want a rare chance so that we see as many commons and uncommons as possible. Commons and rares. Wow. As many uncommons and rares as possible. Yes, we have a crab, but that might not be our final strategy. It might just be a way to bridge the early and mid parts of the run, and we're kind of hoping that we find something better. So let's pick up the rabbit fluff. Yellow pepper is pretty good late. We have 8 empties, so in the short term a pool ball is better, and we have been kind of... our picks have been pretty bad, so it's possible that we kind of need to pick up a pool ball over a yellow pepper here just to be sure that we're making 100. Alright, let's start with finding out how much we need to make exactly every spin. We need to make 14 every spin. 14. That's not a lot. I think we can afford to pick up a yellow pepper here. Yeah. We're also making 5. Yeah, that's 17, but that's actually including the purple pepper. So we're actually kind of behind a little bit, which would make it difficult to pick up a call. We're forced to pick up something. The Hex of Hoarding procced for the first time, I think. Anchor is very mediocre. I'm just gonna pick up a call, and we're going to assume that we are going to be able to survive here. I really don't want to pick both cultists and crabs, and we had 16 this spin, so we are very likely to make 100. I could pick up an ore. It's a one value symbol, but it has some synergies. Hex of Midas is just bad here. We don't have anything that it works with, so that's definitely a no-no. The question is, are we picking up an ore? I mean, we didn't get any bonuses from the purple pepper, so I think we're safe to assume that we are going to make our next rent. In that case, I'm going to skip here, and we are going to see 12. That's definitely not enough. There's a second cultist. I'm gonna pick up a dwarf here. The Hex of Hoarding is probably going to make us pick up some symbols. And there's a milk. 19. Wow, did we just lose? Nope. We barely made it. That was kind of tense, so we've picked up a few things that are mediocre, but we should be able to pull through. Slot is just a 2 value symbol, so that's fine to pick here, and Golem and Tedium Capsule don't do anything. Don't really want to reroll, especially now that we have Hex of Hoarding. So 1 when we pick a symbol, or 2 when we skip a symbol. I find that early on you're really incentivized to add a lot of symbols, especially now that we have a dwarf and a hooligan. Late game, sometimes you skip a lot. I'm gonna pick up the brown pepper here, because I don't want to skip. I don't think it's wise to skip a lot. But we have, wow, there's our third cultist. We have not been very lucky in the symbols that we have been offered. None of these help us. I'm not gonna go into cultists now. This is the third one that we've seen. Would have been very good for us. I'm gonna reroll here. And let's pick up a diamond. Let's see what happens. We might be forced to go with suits here. Suits can work very well. Alright, there's another 2 value symbol. Oh, this might just be too late. Alright, cat is drinking, which is also very important. Purple pepper gave money. There's a second crab. We probably need to pick that. I'm not sure if there's any chance for us here. 31. That's actually pretty decent. If we have 2 more decent spins like that, we are going to make our next rent. I mean, we only have a single cat, so are we really going to pick up a milk here? I think we need to. Yeah, we're still definitely not in the clear. Could have removed a symbol, but I don't think that even helps us that much. And this is probably the point where I pick up a Hex of Destruction. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up a Hex of Destruction. It's a 3 value symbol. We need some kind of symbol here. And let's just hope that it doesn't destroy our good symbols. Alright, we made rent. We are getting our first essence. That's also very good for us. Ritual Candle destroys itself if there are at least 6 hexes. When destroyed, hexes give 2 times money this game. I think we need to pick that. We only have 2 hexes. Maybe we don't need to pick that. I mean, it's a plan. That's something. Treasure map is too slow. We're kind of struggling. So either we pick up the purple pepper, which is, I mean, it's certain to give us 50 at some point, which we kind of need. So that's good. Alternatively, we can try to pick 4 more hexes before we are forced to remove the Hex of Destruction. I don't think that's reasonable. I'm gonna pick the purple pepper. Right, there's another rabbit fluff. Sure. And Lefty the Rabbit makes our rabbit fluffs a little bit better. That's good. There's also a green pepper. As long as we have the dust, the green pepper will definitely trigger, and maybe we will find more crabs. Question mark. I'm gonna go with Lefty the Rabbit here. I think that's probably our best plan for now. and I feel forced to remove a flower. No, not the flower, we have a ring. So let's remove the coin. Alright. We're forced to pick something up here. 38. We don't have a reroll. So we're gonna pick up the snail, because it's a little bit better than a 1 value symbol, but that's not good for us. I wanted to... I kind of wanted to see how much I needed to make every spin, but whatever. 24, that's definitely not enough. Alright, 225 minus 76 divided by 5. We need to make 30 every spin. So this is kind of awkward. So we have two symbols that are kind of 2 value symbols, and then a single one that gives us 10. I mean, in 5 spins, these also give us 10, and they last longer. So I'm gonna pick up the orange here. $84, that's very good. Alright, now we kind of need to know if we're going to pick up more suits. We really don't have anything else going on. I feel like I have to gamble on this. It doesn't feel good. Alright, our 2 value symbol just got destroyed. Of course. Bar of soap. Bar of soap doesn't really do anything. I mean, it adds a 1 value symbol and a few 2 value symbols. I don't think that helps us in any way. So I'm gonna skip again. No duds are being destroyed. Alright, another 2 value symbol. Alright, we have already made rent, that's good. It's mostly due to the purple pepper essence. Time capsule doesn't really help us. I'm gonna pick a 5-sided die. It's a 3 value symbol. Extra destruction destroyed a 1 value symbol, which is also kind of good for us. It destroyed a 2 value symbol again. Alright, we are ahead, which is good. We were 1 rent payment ahead right now. Rabbit. Rabbit is interesting because it works with Lefty the Rabbit. I mean, Chemical 7 is only going to give money once shortly. We don't have any other 7s. So it's between Rabbit and Lucky Capsule. Lucky Capsule is most likely just giving us a random 3 value symbol. So I'm gonna go with the Rabbit here, I think. Question mark. Oh, this is a very difficult run. I'm not happy to be in this run at all. In 3 turns we're gonna have a diamond, which is something, and we have 2 other diamonds. They don't interact with each other, but it's funny. Alright, so Hexa Destruction needs to start removing some duds, I think. I'm gonna go for the rabbit, I think. Oh, this is really difficult. It feels like picking up the rabbit here. I mean, after 10 spins, it transformed. No, I think I need this one. Alright, Fertilizer is very unlikely to help us. Dark Humor might actually help us. It might give us a comedian. I mean, the fact that comedians become uncommon instead of rare, it doesn't interact with anything that we have yet. No, it really doesn't interact with anything that we have, but Fertilizer doesn't help us. I mean, we can pick up a seed and hope for a strawberry or something. I mean, that's not a strategy. And Treasure Map is so slow. That's just not what we want. Dark Humor isn't really all that great for us, but it's better than nothing. Alright. I need to remove something, so let's remove the cherry. And alright, our Hex of Hoarding got destroyed by the Hex of Destruction, and there's a Diver. I'm kind of dreading the fact that our Hex of Destruction and the Diver are there at the same time. I really feel like maybe I should have kept the Hex of Destruction, the removal capsule, just for this kind of situation. Alright. Question, do we have time for a hustling capsule? It's going to give -2, sort of. I don't think milk is reasonable to take here, so it's hustling capsule or nothing. Well, or reroll. Reroll is also decent. I mean, I kind of want to dig for another removal capsule, because I really want to get rid of the Hex of Destruction here. The clubs doesn't help us with our suits. I'm gonna reroll and hope for the best. Let's pick a void creature. It gives us a free 8 money, that's decent. Don't want a time capsule, we haven't really destroyed any relevant things, so that's a chemical 7 here. I'm just waiting for the moment where the Hex of Destruction starts backfiring on me, because that's going to happen. It destroyed a pearl, that's fine. I would rather have had the diver pick up the pearl, but it's better than nothing. Alright, another crab, I think. Just feeding the diver and hoping that the diver survives. Our diamond is here. Alright, let's pick a wealthy capsule. We have made this rent, which is also good for us. The duds are removing themselves. Alright. And we get an essence. Cardboard box essence. After 12 spins it gives 3 removals. That's okay. Lunchbox essence gives 33 ones. Cyan pepper. I think that's... Cyan pepper is going to pay out, I think. Yeah, there aren't any symbols that I have 3 of right now. So cyan pepper is a free 20, so that's definitely better than lunchbox. The question is, do we kind of want a cardboard box? No, we don't really need a cardboard box. We're kind of low on symbols actually. I mean, we have 3 symbols that are going to be eaten up by the diver. So I'm gonna pick up the cyan pepper. It's going to give us some money, and that's fine. Hexo draining, really don't want it right now. Farmer is just a random 2-value symbol. I think we need symbols here. Really quickly, the wolf. We don't have a wolf. Didn't we have a wolf before? Nope. Tax evasion, checkered flag. None of those help us that much. But I'm probably just going to pick quickly the wolf. I think it has the highest upside. Right. Our diver still hasn't been destroyed by the Hex of Destruction. That's good for us. We don't get anything good here. I think I've skipped some beers that would have been good for the dwarf actually. Right. 2-value symbol destroyed. Not a disaster, but it's not great for us. Alright, I'm grabbing a beer for the dwarf. I'm dreading every time that the diver ends up next to our Hex of Destruction. At some point, it's going to be bad for us. Alright. Cyan pepper pays out. There's a removal capsule. Alright. One of our suits got destroyed. That's not too bad. We don't really need that one, and Pirate is extremely good here. We are going to remove the Hex of Destruction. Pirate, Diver. I think we have a very good setup here that can definitely bring us into the late game. Alright, but we struggled a lot, but I think we can do this. Yeah, we're not really that much ahead, but we're doing well enough. Right, there's a Beastmaster. Beastmaster doesn't really interact that well with anything that we have, but usually you can find something to do with him. I mean, if we find quickly the wolf, if we find a dog or a wolf, he's going to make them better. But is a Beastmaster better or worse than just rerolling? That's the question. I think rerolling can't be that bad, but I mean, if it gives us a Midas or a chicken, we're not going to take it. Let's reroll. The Beastmaster doesn't do anything specific for us here, and even though it's just one of the strongest symbols in the game, I don't think it helps us here. And we're going to pick up a treasure chest and a big symbol bomb. Alright. Witch, I don't think we can skip the witch here, even though she doesn't help us particularly. Do we believe that we need every little bit of money that we can right now, or can we pick up an essence capsule? I'm gonna say that I can pick up an essence capsule here. 5-sided die, and there's an anchor for either the pirate or the diver. We need to remove something. I'm gonna remove the diamond suit. The other one got destroyed, doesn't really help us that much, and our treasure chest instantly got eaten by the pirate. We're gonna pick up a coin for the pirate. Har har har. Yeah, this is like music to my ears. Very, very nice. Let's pick up a dog. It's going to be a wolf now. That's 50 this spin. We can pick up a goldfish or a pearl, doesn't really matter which one. So let's pick up goldfish. It has more text, so it's probably a better symbol, right? There's a frozen fossil, so that's interesting. We have destroyed the Hex of Hoarding, and we have removed the Hex of Destruction. So that already reduces the counter to 10. I think it's a very easy pick here. It means we do have to survive this counter, but I think, I mean, Eldritch Creature is just so strong. Even though we already have two similar symbols, I don't think it's reasonable to skip it here. That said, we do need to make sure that we are making this rent, because we can definitely miss on that, and we have made our rent. I'm gonna pick the Hex of Midas here, so the coins get eaten by the pirate, and the hex itself gets eaten by the Eldritch Creature when it finally does something. So I think that's good for us in the long run. Alright, we have made another rent. We're still not very far ahead. Lefty rabbit essence destroys itself if there are at least 6 rabbits and rabbit fluffs. Rabbits and rabbit fluffs in the leftmost column give 3 times more. That stacks with Lefty the rabbit, which is interesting. We have 4 rabbit fluffs. That's interesting. I honestly think that we could pick it just based on that, but Capsule Machine Essence is also extremely good. Yeah, I think we just need Capsule Machine Essence, and it's just too good to pass up. Right, Fertilizer Essence gives us a melon if we find the seed. Anthropology Degree Essence, I don't think we're likely to get 9 faces. And Comfy Pillow Essence, we're never going to be far enough ahead to do the Comfy Pillow Essence. So, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could try to do the Anthropology Degree. I mean, honestly, if the diver or the pirates at some point is boosted like this, I think it's worth it. Alright, Silver Arrow is very good. I'm just blindly picking that. I think that's very good. Fish Tank, we have a spare fish, and the diver doesn't really specifically need it, so I think that's good. Alright, 33, that's a very good turn, that's good. It's too late for a Matryoshka doll to do a lot, so we don't need that. 61, that's not a good turn. We skipped on the thing that wanted us to pick a seed, so we're not picking anything up here. We are going to see how much we need to make every spin. Minus 199 divided by 7, we need to make 57 every spin. That's definitely doable. Yeah, now that we have the Silver Arrow, I think we're making that. Yes, 76, that's very good. Big Ore doesn't help us. We could pick up a second Hooligan in order to try and make the Anthropology Degree happen, but I don't think that's going to be good for us. Hex of might have produced a coin, which is also fine, I guess. Anchor, we have two symbols which eat anchors. 79, yeah, we are making this rent. Eldritch creature is here. It's going to eat the witch. And it's going to eat our hexaptedium. Which is boosting our hexes, which is also decent. Yeah, 98, that's very good. I'm gonna just pick up another coin for our pirate. We need to make sure not to lose because we have too many random symbols rolling around, but we've already made this rent. So I think we are safe enough. 76. Right, we're paying 600. We were close to 700, so we are far enough ahead to survive again. Bear. I don't think we ever took up that farmer. Oh, we did take the farmer. We have a farmer and a silver arrow. I think I'm taking the bear here. I mean, we have 30 symbols, so it's not extremely likely to do anything for us. That's the question. Is it too unlikely? Otherwise, we could just pick up the buffing capsule and have the capsule machine just give us times 6 on everything. That's pretty good. It's probably better than a pair here. Or we could reroll, but there's not anything specifically that we want here. Right. Interesting. Buffing capsule only... Yeah, let's just pick up the buffing capsule. Right. So our rabbit fluffs are just random 2-value symbols now, and they're probably in the way of our better symbols, so I'm gonna pick up the lint roller. And I'm going to remove the cat too, because the cat doesn't help us in any way. Alright. This is a interesting turn. Oh, that capsule really didn't help us that much, but I think we don't need that much help. Right, the pirate is going to get very good here. Yeah, 69, nice. Don't need any of these, so we can just safely reroll. Let's pick up a strawberry. Give one more if there are at least 2 strawberries. Probably not going to be all that relevant, but it's not a guaranteed rare. We have a farmer. I think it's actually kind of an easy pick. Right. Eldritch creature is doing his thing, which is also very good for us. 96, that's very good. We're skipping a pick here, but I don't think that's that much of a problem. Right. We're skipping another pick. I mean, that's kind of expensive, but hopefully the boost to the Eldritch creature is just relevant enough that it's good for us. We have lost a lot of symbols, so let's just assume that the rest of our symbols are good enough that it's not going to hinder us. So a beer is going to give us 10. Alright, that's fine. Oh right, there's the pirate too that drinks the beer. Pirate does so much that it's very easy to forget what he does. There's another goldfish. 71, yeah, I think we're very safe here. We're picking up many symbols that are just instantly getting removed, but our consumers are just so good, especially when combined with the silver arrow, that it's just basically free. Alright, bar of soap is going to give us some free money. Anthropology degree essence isn't going to do anything for us, but that's fine, we don't really need it to. Alright, 650, we're over 800, so we are kind of safe. Rusty gear, is there anything that we have 3 of? Not really, right? No. Is there a lot that we have 2 of? So we have 2 dots, we have 2 5-sided dice. We're going to have 2 bubbles. So that's 3. Right, so 3 times 8. This is 5 times 8, so that's... We get 16 for an ancient lizard blade, that's not very good. Rusty Gear isn't going to do anything for us either. Now, in theory, Rusty Gear Essence could do something, but it's just not gonna happen. Definitely taking a second Silver Arrow here. The second Farmer means that the pair would probably also have been very good for us. A gun and a string, we don't want it because of the pirate. Flush doesn't do anything for us, so let's pick up the fertilizer. I think this run could have gone a number of different ways, but I think there were a lot of ways to lose this run in any case. So I'm very, very happy that we managed to drag this one from the bowels of hell, because yeah, I should probably have picked up the goldfish for the goldfish bowl instead of the cultist for the eldritch creature, but I don't think it matters a lot. Pearl for a diver, I guess. Maybe also not a great pickup, but I think we have already won this run. Yeah, we have won this run. It took a lot to get us there, and I'm actually kind of proud for winning this one, because I think with my past strategies I might actually have just straight up lost this run. 106, yeah, that's pretty good. I'm gonna pick up a beer, not that it matters a lot, but we have two things that eat beer. Drink beer? Drink beer. Parent and dwarf both drink beer, so that's fine. Wealthy capsule gives us 10. It's fine. 93. Another buffing capsule. Might hit the right symbols. Yeah, it hits a lot of good symbols. That's a good buffing capsule. I don't think Lucky Capsule does a lot, but the alternative is removal capsule. Honestly, I think the next rent payment might actually just be a forced 3 rares anyway. Probably, yeah, I think you always get 3 rares on that one, but alright, let's pick another Silver Arrow. King Midas could be interesting with the pirate, but not what I want right now. Green Pepper is the only thing that could theoretically do something. Oh yeah, we have 3 arrows in a row, so yeah, that's great. Oyster for the diver. We've already won at this point, so it doesn't matter that much what we do. Yeah, let's reroll for a diamond. Great. Kind of nice to get a little present like that at that point. Right. Another beer. For dwarf, that's fine. So, let's think about what we actually did this run, because there was a lot going on. How did we actually manage to survive this? Definitely because of the diver, but probably also because of the hexes. I think picking up both the hex of hoarding and the hex of destruction were probably necessary to survive, because our symbol options were just so bad. We found our two we found our 2 crabs, but never saw another one, I think. Luckily we had the diver to clean them up. We saw a few... Interesting. No, okay. We saw a few cultists, but they were actually just... Right, the first cultist you see when you already have a crab is just not great, and then you see 2 more. I mean, there's not a lot you can do about that. Alright, we have won this run. Yeah, and right, Purple Pepper was pretty good with our 3 duds. I think Purple Pepper is just extremely good at higher levels. Yellow Pepper did a lot eventually, but it might have held us back in the short term. Brown Pepper just gave us a steady stream of income throughout the run, but it's not going to ever really be a sustaining strategy. I mean, yeah, it just doesn't do that much. There are specific situations where Mrs. Fruit with fertilizer, for example, that can just run out of control so quickly that um, you just add a lot of symbols. You don't have to pick symbols to add them. This is just whenever a symbol is added. So that's something to keep in mind. Then, Lefty the Rabbit, I think that helped us a bit too. We saw a lot of decent symbols. We saw, right, Pirate, which is a very rare. I think that probably helped us. Dark Humor didn't do anything. Lucky 7, we had a Chemical 7, gave us something. Quickly the Wolf gave us a single wolf. Fish Tank eventually did something, but that was at the point where we were already kind of ahead. So more importantly, Hex of Hoarding was extremely important here. The Dwarf, not sure if it helped us or hindered us. I don't think we really needed it. But maybe we did need just another random symbol to survive the early game. I think I kind of forgot that I had it, but it doesn't matter that much. So we had the crabs, but mostly we just had the diver that helped us a lot. And eventually we got all of our arrows, we got the pirate, the diver, eldritch creature, and when we just had that going, especially with the silver arrows, we managed to claw a win out of the victories of defeat. And that means that we now have a 6-game win streak, and we are very proud of ourselves, especially with this one. And now we can rest comfortably, and that means that I will see you next episode of Luck Be a Landlord. Goodbye.